Apparently, there's more remasters on the way for PlayStation 5. And look, if you've paid attention to this generation, you have noticed that PlayStation really hasn't had much of a roadmap. Recently, they announced a Ghost of Yotei. That's cool. You know, we have Wolverine. That's pretty much it. They pretty much depended on third-party exclusives this year, with the exception of Astrobot and also that other game that we don't really want to talk about anymore. That PlayStation doesn't want you to talk about anymore. That PlayStation fanboys don't want to talk about anymore. Yeah, that game. So we're at the point where PlayStation roadmap isn't looking that great. Like I mentioned, they announced a couple of games, but still most of their games are far out. We heard that Guerrilla Games Horizon 3 is years away because Guerrilla Games is right now focusing all of their attention on a live service game that could or couldn't be a hit, might be a hit, might not be a hit, who knows at this point. So remasters is the thing that PlayStation is going to focus on. Yes, remasters.
Lord Jesus.
We know Until Dawn remaster is coming out pretty soon. This year they had The Last of Us 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, and we know they're going to have more remasters in the future. But are PlayStation fans okay with this? Are PlayStation fans okay with Sony just constantly remastering shit? If I was a PlayStation fan, I would be like, hold on now. I understand older games. When I say older, I mean like PS3 games, right? But these guys are remastering PS4 games and games that's 4 or 5 years old. Listen, if you like it, ponies, go ahead, enjoy it. Big PlayStation remasters apparently planned. Sony has big PS5 and certainly PS6 remasters planned, if a statement by Nixxes Software employee is anything to go by. Following the announcement of Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster for PS5 and PC, which is in development at Nixxes, a dev suggested that the studio will work on more of such projects. Not a lot of people was talking about this. Maybe because most people is not really surprised that PlayStation is doing more damn remasters in the future. I mean, shit, man, more remasters? It's hilarious to me. It's funny to me because with all of these consoles being sold, PlayStation fanboys throwing console sales in people's faces. Look at console sales, oh, console sales. And that shit didn't matter because those console sales could not stop Concord from being the biggest flop of all time. It did not stop Astrobot from not selling well. It did not stop Square Enix from saying, you know what, fuck being exclusive to PlayStation, we're going multi-platform. Console sales couldn't help that, now did it? And also, console sales is not stopping PlayStation from doing remasters. Expect more PS5, PS6 remasters, but don't get your hopes up for Bloodborne. PlayStation refuses to give you assholes Bloodborne. They refuse to give y'all Bloodborne. You ponies have been begging for Bloodborne remastered. Please, PlayStation, can we get Bloodborne remastered? PlayStation is like, no, you pieces of shit. This shouldn't come as a surprise because in June 2023, Nixxes Software's Cohen Frauenfelder confirmed in an official video that the studio was working more and more on creating remasters. It looks like the studio, which specializes in PC ports, is also moving back to console development. Nixxes, I'm gonna tell you guys, out of all of the studios PlayStation bought, Insomniac and Nixxes are the two that seems to be the most beneficial to their brand. Of course, Insomniac has made games like Spider-Man and shit like that, and Ratchet and Clank. Nixxes has been their workhorse. They've been porting their games to PC, and now they're doing remasters. Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster is Nixxes' first project for the PlayStation console, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, y'all. How do you guys feel about this? PlayStation guys, how do y'all truly feel about this? They're not giving you guys much new. Of course, there's some new titles on the horizon, but they're having Nixxes port games to PC and also do remasters. But now I see why PlayStation does shit like this, because you ponies just accept it and love it. Zubitech says PlayStation Studios has released 9 games this year. Now let me read that again so you guys can hear exactly what he said. PlayStation Studios has released 9 games this year. Let's look at these games, shall we? Now, 9 games this year. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, okay. Helldivers 2, okay. Even though PlayStation doesn't own that studio, they did publish the game and they own the IP. Why is it Ronin? Come on, man. What the fuck? They don't own the IP or the studio, but I guess they published the game. So technically, he's not wrong. The Show 2024, Stellar Blade, Destiny, Final Shape expansion, Astrobot, Until Dawn. So Horizon, Lego of the Whole, and also Zero Dawn remastered. So technically, he's just talking about games that PlayStation has published. They don't own all of the studios that develop the games. They own some of them, of course, but they don't own all of them. They don't own all of the IPs of these games here. So he's just saying, yo, they dropped these bangers this year. They released 9 games this year. Then I look at it. You're counting remasters? I mean, listen, technically he's not wrong because they have published all of these games, but you guys are counting remasters. There's 3 remasters on this list that he has. The Last of Us Part 2, Until Dawn, and Horizon Zero Dawn. So you guys are counting remasters now? That's why PlayStation keep doing them. Y'all keep on bragging about this shit. Y'all are putting these remasters in your list of games, of bangers. Like technically, listen, technically he's not wrong. I get it. But that's why PlayStation keep on doing these damn remasters, because you guys are going to praise it. You guys love it. So Nixxes just confirmed they're doing more remasters. Now the question is, what games will be remastered in the future? We know they're not going to give you guys Bloodborne. I would be surprised if they do. If they do a PS3 game like an Uncharted 1, that would make sense. That's part of the rumors I'm hearing, is Uncharted 1 will be remastered. That right there will make a ton of sense. That's an old PS3 game. That will make sense. Now, if they remaster Uncharted 4, that shit wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But Uncharted 1, I get that. Infamous Second Son, we're hearing they might remaster Infamous Second Son. No, that doesn't make sense. But remastering the original Infamous, yes, that would make sense because that's an older PS3 title. If they're going to continue to remaster PS4 games, in my opinion, that means Sony is cheap as shit. Remastering PS4 games means you don't have to do as much work. Those games already look great. Look at a game like Until Dawn. The PS4 version already looked great. Yes, there is some enhancements. It does look a little better on the PS5 remaster. But did that game really need a remaster? Did The Last of Us 2 really need a remaster? Did Horizon Zero Dawn really need a remaster? No. The only thing they did with Horizon Zero Dawn was they gave it the same graphics as Horizon Forbidden West and said, here, enjoy, you pieces of shit. So PlayStation is doing more remasters, guys. If you like it, fine. But in my opinion, this just means that PlayStation's first party bangers just is far out. They're still doing a couple of games as a service. Guerrilla Horizon games as a service. Fair Games is still on the way. We don't know what Naughty Dog is doing. Probably The Last of Us 3, but that's probably still a couple years away. We know Insomniac is doing Wolverine and maybe some Spider-Man DLC, Venom or some shit. Who knows? So they're doing these remasters because they're cheap. They're cheaper to make than a brand new IP or a brand new sequel to a previous game. That's just my opinion. If you guys love it, enjoy. It's funny to me because Xbox has all of these brand new games, some new IP on the way. We got Avowed, a new IP. We have South of Midnight, a brand new IP. We have Fable, not a new IP, but a reboot of the franchise from the original Xbox. They have some great games on the way, and we're going to have fun with it, and we'll see what happens in the future. But ponies, like I said, do you care about this? Are you concerned about the future of PlayStation's first party? Are they going to focus on remasters? Does it bother you? Who the hell knows? But look, I gotta go. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.